Dear source of all that is, was, and will ever be, I thank you today and each and every day for all that you do and all that you do through me. I call upon you at this time to guide me in summoning the Ascended Masters, Prophets, and Archangel Michael. Please surround us in your light of protection throughout our day. Be at our side and guide our words and actions to come from a place of love. Please clear our energy and vibration completely of negative thoughts and beliefs, releasing fears and self-limiting beliefs. Help us to fully and completely experience love, light, and joy that is present in every moment, and guide our path for our highest and greatest good. So it is, so it is, so it is, and so mote it be. Welcome back, beloved Cosmic Familia. We're doing a bit of cleansing here. At this time, I'm feeling guided to reach for the Radiant Rider-Waite. So, here we go. We're going to give this deck a bit of cleansing to reset the energies, removing any old energy, including my own. Reset. All right. This is going to be yet another freestyle. Whatever comes out, comes out. I may or may not be using multiple decks for these messages. I may or may not be doing more than one video for today's sessions. Let's just see what comes out for the Cosmic Familia Collective. I'm also feeling guided to ask specific questions from time to time pertaining to different, what would you call, subcultures of the collective, the many branches of that spiritual community, including the paranormal. As of right now, let's get some general energy for the entire collective. Here we go. From the Radiant Rider-Waite, we have, the Eight of Pentacles. Putting in some high quality work, I see. And then here at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Swords. Woo! All right, what a way to start. Well, for some of you, you could be overthinking. And the overthinking is getting in the way of your per usual quality work here. Some of you are having conflicting emotions and how to move forward with your work. And with the multiple discs here, the multiple pentacles, for some reason in this particular session, I'm seeing like multiple lenses. Perhaps for some of you, it could be multiple cameras. It could be something that you have been duplicating as part of your vocation. Some of you are feeling like overwhelmed with deciding what to continue to duplicate, as well as wondering if some of the work that you put in is a bit too repetitious. For others of you, the work that you have been putting in, even if it's of high quality, has started to become a bit too repetitious, and it's as though you're pretending as though you are not even aware of it. Let's continue. Tell me more about this overwhelm or otherwise conflicting emotions in terms of work being done. What is going on with this conflicting emotions, beloved? We have the Fool, but it's neutral. And I'm instantly hearing you are not a fool at all. For some of you, this is not your first dive into the fishbowl. This isn't your first rodeo. You've been through whatever it is you are experiencing, whatever situation comes to mind and sticks out to you the most in the now. This is something that you could have been going through for months. Quality work that you had put in, and then let's see, you took I'm not going to count all of them, just the ones on the wall here. 6 weeks to 6 months of a hiatus from the work that you have been doing because of conflicting emotions, but also the understanding that you might have been playing dumb, but you are nobody's fool, and this is not the first time that you've had to deal with this. For some of you, these conflicting emotions are what is being repetitiously duplicated here. And it's like you just want things to be balanced out and neutralized in some way. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. It's like doing away with the competitiveness. It's like you are raising your standards here, getting rid of the bothersome details and nuances, even though having to go through this process has caused a lot of like internal warfare, mostly spiritual, I'm hearing. With the emotional, like the conflicting emotions, it's like for every negative you seem to elaborate even more so with a positive. So it's like trying to avoid self-sabotage at all costs, but it's because some of you just care entirely too much about what it is that has you feeling as though you're not only holding different values, but there's also this major clash of wills that you are trying to neutralize and put an end to, because you've seen it all before and you've seen how it ends. And I can literally hear like a man's voice. Telling someone around them that they need to get their priorities straight. But also feeling crapped on at the same time by the same people you're trying to help by providing them with ideas and solutions on how to create quality work of their own. Yet you're over here with all of these conflicting emotions because you're tapped into that energy. You recognize when you're dealing with that rinse and repeat of the BS. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. Ooh, and behind that, the Queen of Cups. And behind that, the Wheel of Fortune. I'm hearing that for some of you, it's your generosity has gotten in the way of not only your finances, but also emotional connections here. And with that Seven of Cups, whoo, what's standing out to me the most right now is this blue dragon. And it represents being a visionary or having psychic abilities, or both. And you, as the visionary, feel as though you're always stuck with this mother load of both financial and emotional accountability and all these complex decisions, while also dealing with others who can't even seem to handle the simplest of tasks. Like, you could give them step-by-step instructions on what to do, and they're still going to be like, oh, can you tell me how that works just one more time? It's like they're not hands-on at all. You could throw the whole entire book at them, and they're like, but I need you to do this for me. Won't even do the research. But I'm hearing asshole at the same time. Like the kind of people who come to you for advice. And then not only do they not follow that advice, they go a completely different route, creating more confusion and living in a fantasy. For some of you, you could be dealing with somebody who has attachments. And some of them are more spiritual and others are more like substance abuse in the physical. And it's like, you know this, but this is where the conflicting emotions come in, because you know who they are in their most organic state. And what you're dealing with in the now is like, it's the math isn't mathing over here. It's like 1 minute they're like an unexpected blessing, and then the next minute you find out you're dealing with a snake in the grass. And with the Hermit in reverse at the bottom, it's like you're no longer keeping quiet about it either. You're coming out of your caverns after around 6 months of a hiatus. You're coming out of your caverns and you're setting the record straight. You're letting the world know that your world, your little corner of the world has been turned upside down. And for some reason, the Taurus and Leo energy are standing out the most, because with this card in the reverse, they are at the top. So some of you are either dealing with Leo energy or Taurus energy, or you're dealing with someone who is a Leo or a Taurus, or they have it heavily in their chart. But now we have to be careful with how we interpret these zodiacs nowadays, because the Akasha has been tampered with, and so have our natal birth charts in the process. So it's like, even you figured out, I need to go into my sacred space and at least take a couple of months of time to go deeper, to shine some more light on these situations. And at some point it became a lot of overthinking that got in the way of your own quality work. But here's the thing, with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, it's like you're over it. You're like, I'm no longer going to be sitting here feeling like I've been left out in the cold. But you were left out in the cold. Some of you is like, you know, I'm here for a good time, not for a long time, and then they ghost you. And it's like they thought that they were going to leave you in like financial desperation. But what ended up happening is it left their financial freedom uncertain to them. And whoever you have been dealing with, they definitely have some form of attachment related to that lack mentality. They don't understand that they're attracting the energy that they are carrying is attracting more of that. So as much as they wanted to leave you in desolation, that table has been turned on them, unfortunately. And I'm hearing so randomly, it's not even coming directly from the cards, but I'm hearing that all you can really do is pray for them. Understand that regardless of all the golden nuggets you could find in them, they were not meeting you at eye level and seeing the same or offering the same level of reverence and respect. And it hurts. Big time. Hurts. It cuts twice as deep when it's someone you care about doing this to you. Wow. Woo, but here we are over here with the Six of Swords moving towards calmer waters, beloveds. So the calmer waters is going to cover the Two of Swords. You're taking those two swords and perhaps even some of the pain that you have sat back and experienced through others. Like you took on your Two of Swords and conflicting emotions, but you also took on the weight of other people, other people's struggles, other people's dramas, other people's traumas. It's like you bear the weight, their weight, and your weight somehow. But you made it through the choppy waters, and you're going to be coming out on the other side very soon with enough to give. You think that you've been obsessed with giving this far? It's only looking up from here, beloveds. And it's going to feel like home. It's going to just feel like second nature to you. But I'm hearing, understand the difference between being a giver and a doormat. That's 2 6s. It'll be interesting if we were to get like one more 6 in the mix. Either way, there's already some repetition here. But this is repetition in a positive direction with positive rewards. So, kudos and congratulations to you. You made it through the rough patch. And now somebody's going to come in and give you your flowers. Looky there. If it isn't Source themselves saying, you turn the other cheek, I have something new for you. But you over here, you took your eyes off the prize. You took your eyes off the prize. But not for long. I did say that you were lost. No, actually I said your small little fraction of the world got turned upside down. And it's as though by law of assumption it was misunderstood for you being the one who's lost. As if being so generous also meant being naive. But that's certainly not the case. Because the Fool has been neutralized. There's nothing more to learn from these situations. And now you understand that, and it's time to move on. With that cup of love in tow, you are still a nurturer. But it's like a third wall is up. At one point you felt emotionally trapped. But something is telling me that this Four of Cups was past tense. And that with the Queen coming out first, it's like you already made it through the discontentment phase. And then you opened your eyes. You opened your eyes and went from that Four of Cups to the Queen of Cups already. Like this has already occurred for you. By being optimistic and opening up your eyes to more possibilities moving forward. And not only did you not lose that nurturing bone, you gained so much more in emotional maturity. It's like, yeah, I'll unconditionally love you, but I'll stay in my lane and you stay in yours. Trusting yourself enough to understand that there are others out there who can be trusted, even after trust has been broken. Whew. One more shuffle. One more shuffle. Here we go. Tell us more about the, what would it be, DWCs and GWCs, guys and gals with cameras, dudes with cameras, and this card turned sideways, which is the Four of Pentacles, but in reverse, and the Ten of Wands at the bottom. I'm seeing you're walking away. You're walking away before the fear of losing again sets in. Walking away before the fear of losing again sets in. You've put in a lot of hours. And you have actually been slowing your pace down a bit more. And by doing so, that is how you overcame that fear before it set in. At the bottom of the deck, after one small shuffle, we have the Queen of Swords. I said early on, looking at all those cups earlier, that some of you are visionaries. And out comes the visionary. The butterfly, the angel, the bird in the sky flying high. And the sword is drawn, but here's the thing. It's not drawn in defense. It's as though you have elected to demonstrate to anyone new who enters your circle. You're using the sword as a metaphor for being upright, forthright, authentic visionaries. The red pill and the blue pill. She's wearing both. She's wearing both. The root and the third eye coming together like bookends Like bookends, there's a butterfly here and there's a butterfly here. Oh, there is so much more I can pull from this card. Butterflies here. So this is like the root. To me, this is like the root and your legacy. And then the next stop in this ladder, so to speak, is the Sacred Heart Center. And then as you continue to rise, you reach the crown. All 3 butterflies made it to the top because you were in alignment. And now you understand. In order to make more clear boundaries, it needs to be addressed immediately. I'm hearing living life in the fast lane. But some of you are saying that you don't live your life in the fast lane. And that's how you're seeing these situations around you and the people involved. Like some of them are just too fast for you. And that can mean a lot of different things. Okay. Someone who's quick to engage in certain activities. Otherwise, it doesn't necessarily have to mean one thing specifically. This speaks on being unrestrained when not just promiscuous. It's just unrestrained conduct. Lack of that emotional maturity. There it is, Source. Thank you. Thank you so very much. And as I went to split the deck to shuffle, we have the Ace of Swords. I'm speaking the truth here. Speaking the truth. Walking away from the conflicts. Okay, so with that 5 of Swords coming out, I feel as though this message has come full circle. And again, you walked away from the conflict. Things didn't work out the way that you had expected. But now you understand that when the chips fell, how you handled it packs way more of a punch than anything that these dudes over here can conspire to. No need for revenge. You're just moving on. with the golden nuggets integrated and intact. Moving on with the lessons learned. And like I said earlier, you gained a lot in terms of emotional maturity throughout these lessons. So, they might have thought they won the battle, but baby, you won the war. Keep going. Hope these messages find you well, and brightest blessings.